Lawmakers tell Pastor ADEBOYE, give up 50% of tithes and offerings for asking us to take 50% pay cuts. Pastor ADEBOYE has come under intense criticism from lawmakers for his comments that they should cut their salaries and other benefits by 50% in order to tackle the needs of governing their states, especially health and education. One of the lawmakers, Arthur Egwim from Idiaton North Constituency in Imo State, stated the pastors should first declare what they do with their money, with all the money they collect, because they are the ones living luxurious lifestyles. They are the ones causing problems in Nigeria, questioning if people knew how many honorable pay tithes to these pastors or the cost of sending a kid to any of the expensive private schools built by these pastors, claiming that the pastors are all manipulators and lack the moral right to advise lawmakers. The lawmakers especially fumed at the statement of the cleric demanding that the pastors and the church in Nigeria should lead the way by sacrificing 50% of the tithes and offerings they collect from their poor members all over the country. They complained that they were faced with more burdens financially compared to churches that amass wealth from their members, buying private jets and building private schools that their members cannot afford instead of assisting their members. One of the lawmakers, Honorable Success Sokujel Yuko, a member Ondo State House of Assembly representing Eseudu constituency, obviously angered by the call by the cleric, said, "Let me tell you straight away, our responsibilities in our constituencies are above what we earn," claiming that instead of a reduction that should be considering increasing their remuneration package. A member of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Honorable Femi Akindele, stated that if this request for pay cuts was coming from a clergy like Pastor ADEBOYE, that is acceptable only if Pastor ADEBOYE is also ready to relinquish 50% of all that he receives from his church members in the form of tithes and offerings. The lawmakers complained that all those asking for a slash in their pay do not even know how much they earn, stating that what they expected people to look at is the overhead cost, not their remuneration. Honorable Yemisi Ayokunle, Chairman Media and Public Communication Committee, queried if Pastor ADEBOYE is aware of the package they receive and the magnitude of demands from their constituency, insisting that what they receive is nothing compared to the needs of their constituency, let alone their immediate families. However, Honorable Adeyemi Adewumi, representing Ubuku constituency in Ogun State, differed, stating that there is nothing wrong in slashing salaries of political office holders to take care of health and education issues, but stated that it is not enough as there is need to ensure accountability and transparency in the spending of funds. Slashing salary is a good idea, but beyond that, we must put in place monitoring mechanism to ensure effective service delivery to our constituents. Wow, this is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. A lot of people have been saying, who are really observant, they've been saying the problem we have in this country is our religious leaders, our politicians, and all that other things. But those two sets of people are the problems we have in this country. My happiness is that one of the lawmakers trying to say yes, for the pastor to have called them to slash their salary is not really a bad thing. It's not a bad idea, because all those ones that are really trying to defend themselves or trying to justify what they get compared to what the problem of their constituency really have, the problems they have, that what they get is not even is not enough to solve the problem of their constituencies. What do they do in the constituency? Most of them, do they really take care of their constituency, or they just select few people and just give them empowerment? Is that what they do? Like what I've been saying, they get all this money instead of you to do something that will benefit, whether rich or poor, whether low or high, irrespective of who you are in the society or in that constituency. Whatever that you are doing should be to the benefit of everybody, not that you select few and at the end of the day you tell us that you have spent it, you have spent that. If you are doing all of those things, if each lawmaker who is always coming each election year or each of their tenure, if they have been doing something tangible, we will not be where we are today, because you guys don't do anything. And just like one of them said, there should be transparency and accountability, because most of the time, all of them at various levels, they do what they like. No one try to look at what other people do, because it's just like, do your own, I do my own. Everybody does what he likes, so you wouldn't want to come and interfere. I think there should be a body that will be monitoring all of those things. Even if there's nobody that will be monitoring all those things, the so-called the people who are in that constituency, what do? They are the one that's supposed to be monitoring. Okay, what did you get this month? What did you get this tenor? What and what have you done? How much did you spend? Because even the people who are the one that's supposed to even be looking at all of those things, taking care of those things, making sure that there's transparency, there's accountability. But people don't even ask. The funniest thing is that majority of us don't even know what is happening. Majority of us don't even know who are lawmakers, those who are representing us in our own constituency. We don't even know them. Let alone you want to know what they get or what they do not get. I think some of the people who are really a bit aware, or maybe they try to see what their lawmaker who is representing them in their own constituency is, maybe some few people that have really had some their action. When their lawmaker or their senator will come to their constituency, they stone them. It's in one of the maybe areas in the north. But by and large, 97% of all these constituencies and their people who are living there, they don't even know much about all of those things. The only thing, oh, is the president, oh, is the governor. Those are the two officials, or the two people that the masses just tend to look at. Even when it comes to their voting, a lot of people don't even know what goes on in that area. Everybody is interested in the governorship election and the presidential election, but the rest is people don't even care to know. And that is the reason why these people are getting away with all of these things. People talk about the governors, who their money they receive, the money after their tenure, the security votes and what have you. But this constituency stuff with all these lawmakers, our senators, majority of us, we don't even know them. And that's why they are getting away with it. But coming back even to the cleric Adeboye that told them to slash their destiny, they are all of them, they are getting at each other's throats. Now they know what is happening. Now they are telling the pastor, you that you are collecting this, what and what have you done? There is manipulations everywhere. There's no doubt about it. They will tell you if you don't pay tithes, you will not go to heaven. I don't know where that is coming from. When it comes to the issue of tithes, oh my goodness, they will not allow you to breathe. They take it as if it is, their life depends on it. Even Jesus did not even take this tithe of a thing. The way they are carrying this tithe of a thing, Jesus himself did not even collect tithe. The disciples self did not collect tithe. In my opinion, your tithe is just for you to appreciate God for what he has done for you. And if really you want to pay tithe, you need to go back to Deuteronomy 14, 20, from 22 downward. Read it. That is how tithe is supposed to be paid. But most of these pastors do not even quote that Bible. The only place they quote is Malachi, and that one itself, people, you can when you read it from the beginning, you have a better understanding. But if you want to get a better understanding of this tithe, go to Deuteronomy 22. Deuteronomy 14 from 22 downward. You will know what is happening. Make sure you read the one that not all this King James version that will be saying that you might not understand the English. Go to all this other simplified English. Use those translation or whatever have you to get the understanding of that Deuteronomy 14 from 22 downward. You have a better understanding how tithe is supposed to be paid in the first place. The question is that Jesus is all about alms giving, and he loves a cheerful giver. He knows what you can give. If you really know the word and you are a genuine child of God, nobody will compel you to give. You will give willingly. You will not give grudgingly. And it's not by you just want to go and let them know, because you'll be taking account of your tithes and what have you. It doesn't matter. It's between you and God. Nobody should come and be preaching it and whatever, but they lay their emphasis on this tithes and what have you. And it has become a racket. They know who and who gives, and that is where they try to, look at those people who give more. But God doesn't work that way. But that's by the wayside. But what we are saying is that the problems we have in this country, they are the politicians and the religious leaders. Yes. Now see the way they are bashing themselves. See the way they are bashing themselves. We cannot say we have a people who are religious leaders who are living in affluence. And yes, in that kind of country, a lot of people are living in abject poverty. Their members are living in abject poverty. The politicians too, they are living a luxurious life. And yet, the people they are leading, there is nothing to write home about them. They feel big man all over the place. The lucrative job in this country is just you being a politician. You are made for life. And that is why they want to get there by all means. They want to get there by all means. They can spend anything to get there because when they know that as soon as they get there, they will get their investment back. And once they get in, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. But see the way they are all embarrassing themselves. You have politicians who are richer than the politicians in the Western world, in the developed countries. Is it not funny that countries that are that are so poor, their politicians are richer than the politicians that are in developed countries, those developed countries that we talk about. Our politicians are richer than them. Go and do your findings. Is it not ironical for such a thing to be happening? And the same thing, our pastors are so rich to the extent that their members are living in penury. If you want to pay your tithe, go. If you really want to know about your tithing, go to Deuteronomy 14:22 downward. If you want to pay your tithe, go through that way. But this pastor will never tell you. They will never make mention of that particular passage for you. But they will just pick that Malachi, is it 3 from 10 to that area. Bring all this thing to this thing. If you want God to open heaven for you, even if I thought, leave that to God. But to do that area. But that is the area they were going to be quoting. But if you read from the beginning, you have a better understanding. But they will just pick from that place. And that is where they always talk about. They don't talk about that Deuteronomy that I've just said. They won't say that. They will not talk that. They will try to twist the whole thing. The question is that even Jesus did he collect tithe? They will tell you, oh, Jesus did not condemn tithe. But why did he not collect tithe? He believed that whatever you have done to the poor, you have done it to himself. Do this pastor even really come out to tell you that you just be giving to the poor? Just be giving to the poor. In as much you have given to the poor, you have given to him. That doesn't mean that you not contribute to the work of God. That doesn't mean, but they make it as if their life depends on it or your life depends on it. If you don't give the tithe, nothing, you are not going to enter heaven. Says who? That is heresy we talk about. But the problem we have in this country are these people, this set of people, and other people as well. But politicians and our religious leaders, everything is just in disarray. Everything is in disarray. Let's hear what people are saying. Someone says, I don't know why it is always difficult for people to amend their own ways. People accuse big pastors of not talking about issues in the country. But when they talk, it becomes a thing of controversy. Lawmakers are paid and serviced with taxes, while pastors are living on people's goodwill offering and sacrifice. The government forces us to pay taxes. Nobody forces anyone to offer to God. The schools built by churches are purely funded by churches. It is not fair to compare government institutions that receive grants and accounts for none of the IGR they make with church schools that pay for their expenses as well as taking care of their staff. It is not compulsory to attend any school. Cut your coat according to your clothes. Some compare the old missionary schools with the new ones, forgetting that those missionaries were looked after by governments and NGOs. Lawmakers' monies are our commonwealth, and they should properly account for the monies. Someone says some people already supporting the lawmakers well. Well, this is not strange. The people prefer a thief to Jesus. And someone say, who is Jesus here? They are both guilty. Stop blasphemy. And that is it. Look at the whole thing holistically. Somebody was talking about the NGOs, the school before, this and that. Cut your coat according to your size. All of them, they are the same. Forget all of those things that you are trying to. Nobody supporting anybody. Those who, if you want to, anybody can be on any side. But the truth, you can be on any of the side that you want to be. But the truth of the matter is that They are all guilty of all of this that we are talking about. They are all guilty. That is it. They are all guilty, irrespective of how you want to paint it. Someone says, unfortunately, these clerics don't help matter too. They live flamboyantly while the tithe-paying members are dying of hunger. There is nobody to be left out among all of them. Among all of them, look at every one of them critically, and that's why I addressed the issue of the lawmakers and even the religious leaders. I addressed the both groups, both of them, and that is the way it ought to go. Look at all of them. Nobody is better than each other. Nobody's better than each other. But the reason why we are still where we are, masses too, they are the problem we have in this country, because some people will see the truth, or some people are just, their mind is so closed to some things. They are not open-minded. They are not objective. Look at things critically. You don't need to support anybody, because these people are not helping you in any way. They are not helping you in any way, and that is just the fact. So guys, I leave your comments below, and let's have